Good afternoon, everyone. Eric here, Northwest Bus Sales. Appreciate your time checking us out. Get a load of this old girl right here. 1993, that's right, 93 Bluebird TC2000. This is a front engine, obviously. 1993 Bluebird TC2000, 78 passengers. Let's check her out. All right. You are going to see a fair amount of wear and tear as we cruise around this bus. Step treads obviously showing it. This thing's been around a while. 1993 and 78 packs, front engine, driver's seat, pretty good shape. A little bit of sun fading. I'm sure it's been recovered at some point. And look at the old school switch panel over here. I really like that. I love those old style buttons. Old school. Air operated entry door, the big button right here. I like the old school air operated entry doors, how they fold in. That's pretty sweet. All the other ones, everything nowadays opens up to the outside. Okay, check out the odometer. 271,890. That is on the Cummins 5.9. Old school 5.9 12 valve. Now, I was not able to scan this to verify the miles because, well, it doesn't have a Canon plug in it that I could find anyways. I think this thing predates that option. So tilt wheel, look at the old school throttle lock here. There's your high idle right there. Pull that out and then twist, the old twist lock throttle. Reminds me of an old Ford tractor. So you are going to see the RPM gauge here. It gets a little janky from time to time. It's got a mind of its own, and it'll peg up to 3,000 just as you're sitting here watching it. So the idle is not moving up or down along with that needle. Just a heads up. I like the old school gauges. Look at these. You got your fuel gauge. It's like kind of all in one right here, man. Fuel gauge, oil temp gauge, voltmeter, oil pressure gauge, all of that. Amp gauge, and then that right there, well, there's your air gauge. So let's see, you got a training temp gauge too. Windshield's in pretty good shape. I do see a couple of really minor dings, rock chips, very, very minor. And then look at the old school Allison shifter right there. This is an Allison AT545. Look at that. Old school 12 valve. It's got the individual valve covers on it. Yep. Can you dig it? I can. I like this. I like this old stuff like this here, man. This thing doesn't have a DPF. It obviously doesn't have a, it doesn't regen. No DEF, just old school mechanical diesel engine. Now the passenger seats, I'm gonna, point out some good, bad, the ugly here. You're gonna see some fading. You're gonna see a little bit of damage here and there. There's no major rips or tears, but a number of repairs made. So 78 passenger. The floor feels pretty good as I'm walking down the aisle here. You can see there's some spot repair there. A little bit of vinyl cracking and peeling. But overall, pretty good, I think. Pretty good. 78 packs. Yeah, there's some of the discoloration you can see there. It's on a lot of them. So this would make a fantastic, church bus, something like that. Taking kids to camp. This would also work good for a motorhome conversion. This is about 37.5 feet long. So pretty long bus. You're probably going to have, let's see here. I got this written down here. Let me see. I got the measurements right here. 37.5 feet. That's bumper to bumper. 32 feet you got 32 feet from the back door there to right up here to the doghouse. 32 feet to play with up front here. And, typical interior width is 7'6". And then 6'2" for the ceiling height. There you have it. Courtesy lights running down the middle there. Standard school bus style windows. Have a convex mirror right there. Yeah, let's cruise around outside. All right, let's get a look at the tire tread here on the passenger front steer tire. Got about 8/30 on the fronts. There's that 5.9. See the oil pan there. There we go. Tranny. You are going to see some rust on this thing. It's not bad rust, but it just want to give you a heads up. It does have a little bit of rust, corrosion here and there. You can see the paint bubbling. Not bad. It's not a structural issue. I tried opening up a number of these underfloor storage pod doors here, and they are, yeah, those hinges don't really want to budge too well, so just a heads up on that. And then here, driver's side rear, the tread depth gauge on these said they were 3, 4, 5, and 6/32, so probably going to need some new kicks on this thing. It's, you know, sooner than later. There we go. Undercarriage here. Got another little storage spot here. Right there. Fuel door. There's your capacity. 90-gallon fuel capacity. That's a lot for a front engine. Usually front engines, I think they have about a 60-gallon capacity, but usually it's the rear engines have 100 gallons, but man, 90 for a front engine, how about it? There's some good scratches there. You're going to see a number of small dings, dents, scratches, nothing major, but just a lot of little stuff as we walk around here. So look here, you got a panel, it's cracked there, got some dents there, paint fading. This baby's been around a while. Look at that. You can see, you know, looks like newer paint there. That's probably where they de-identified it, and also faded paint there. All right, let's look at the drive tires on the driver's side. Like I said, all 4 of these are between 3 and like 5/32. And I haven't figured out what that thing is. I was looking at this thing earlier. A couple more storage pods. Battery. Oh yeah, I gotta point this out. Battery box, it's showing some rust. It's actually pretty typical for these older buses and battery boxes. That's got some good rust spots there. So okay, driver's side front steer. Decent amount of tread on the fronts. The backs, they're gonna need tires soon, so. Okay, I think that'll do it for this old girl. 1993 Bluebird TC2000 12-valve Cummins, 271,000 Allison AT545 transmission, 78 passengers. I think it's a cool old bus. So, did this have a Washington State Patrol sticker on it? Let's cruise back over here. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Look at that. It's got one from last year, 2023. So it did get Washington State Highway Patrol's blessing as of 2023. Appreciate your time checking us out. Give us a look online, nwbus.com. Give us a call with any questions. 800-231-7099. Thanks.